Hi all, hope you are having a good weekend. So from today we will have our views in English, so somewhat Hindi and somewhat English. Okay, so guys, if you have seen my video or if you are looking at our channel from, we are not that big, but definitely we started just some time before. But if you remember my views from last 12 days, or even if you are seeing from the earlier, we are always seeing that market is in a bullish bias, and I was saying it from last so many weeks now. And I think my first, thing that also I mentioned that market having cap downside, then I said bullish, consolidation with bullish bias. Then we said ki all time high aega, so there is something big happening in the mind, of bulls in the for the coming months. And then I mentioned it was 12 days before, guys, and that at that time I think very few, I don't know who, but very few people might be saying that we are coming into all time high. And then also in this video we said that okay, because last week was only consolidation, but I think even there was a selling. I think we saw some big candles of selling, but my view was clear that it is not it. So I think I'll show you, this was a selling area, यहाँ पे काफी selling हुआ था. And there I also said कि no, this is not a selling, this is all with, even if this is selling, but it is consolidation with a bullish bias. And I think ये मेरे video में you can also see this. So I think you can wait for next video also, for the market 360 degree, where you can get our views for the next week also, not only nifty but all world markets and gold, other currencies and cryptocurrencies and everything. Okay, fine. So that's for our view, and we are very lucky, or we are very happy that market is respecting our view. So I'm really glad. Also yesterday we discussed on 20 for 20th April, so the market on Friday, I told you that bullish close for the month. So we had a view that market will close bullishly for the month, because it was a last month trading day of the month of April, and the next trading day is now on the 2nd of May. So for April closing, I told you guys that we will have a bullish close for the month. And if you see today, what is the candle that is made on Nifty? First the gap up, and then we have a huge candle on the Nifty. So I think this view also worked really well. So I am really glad, and things are working in our way. So I hope whosoever was watching it can reap the benefits, in a longer run. That's fine. So now where are we? So right now we are at a bullish, bearish gap. If you have seen this area, this was the area where we had earlier resisted also. So if you see, this was an area, and I think we had a resistance also here. So if this is shooting star formed exactly at a bearish gap, now the definitely the next resistance, the thing is 18,237. This is the level we should watch for on the Nifty, 18,237 on the long side. Short side, I'm not gonna be short. We will see, even if it's a selling, but it would be kind of what I can say, consolidation, mainly. We will not be selling until we close below 17,900. We will not be having a bearish view into the market. And I think weekly and monthly closing, you can see in my episode 360 degree today. So what's the view for next month and week? Okay, so let's see what happened on the market profile chart. So let me show you what happened intraday. So that was our view yesterday, and what happened intraday. So intraday, we opened, we got a selling expected, but where we got where we opened exactly at this G3 high. This is the level that I told you in my earlier videos also. And exactly in the morning we opened around this level, we saw a sharp selling into it. And then, because this is an important level, right, market doesn't form such a levels very easily. So this was one level that was there, 1846. Now the next level, if you see, is directly at 18,520. Now you don't, this is G2. What is G2, G3 high? This is all a theory that comes into, with the market profile, but they have a significance. That's why they are being plotted onto the charts. So market has to respect this level. So market respected, we saw a sharp selling here, but then once this level is crossed and market was sustaining above that level, we saw a big jump into the price. So that's the behavior of this levels. And now if you see, we have a bullish closing and with a big SP. I would have been happy if this SP would be of this size, but I think this is still an in SP, so kind of a really good should act as a support. But then as I said, right now 19 17 900 I'm looking for only if I want to get a bearish only after this. But frankly not gonna be bearish, but maybe intraday or 2 3 days or a week's bearishness, in that view we can look for selling below 17 900. But until unless 17 900 is holding, we are not gonna having a bearish view. So from a resistance point of view, next resistance, as I said, this is a small resistance which is 151. Okay, so this is a small resistance, and the next main resistance that we have is around this level, which is 17 18 to 50 to 18 to 30. And after that I think we will have around 18 300 as the next resistance. And then if this is also crosses, then definitely market would be very bullish and we would be looking for 18 500 soon into the markets. So I hope it is clear. So again, for tomorrow also, if you open gap up, we might come back, test the SP and we bounce back. Or else if these levels are broken, so if we sustain above 18 to 50, we can definitely look for 18 500 in coming days. But yeah, it will not be that fast as well. We might have some one day of correction in between, and then we will see a jump towards this level. Okay, so this is an important level, and if you see after that, I think this is the all-time high levels for the futures. So this is where we have see two green candles together with one. This is a RPPOC. This is another concept into the market profile. So normally what it says is whenever such a red line is formed, so color can be different for anybody based on his system. But what this system says is if there is a RP, if you see RPPOC, the textbook says that market comes back to test this price sooner, or you know um, in next 365 days. So now this was formed, I think, quite a long back. Now market is coming back to test that level. So and when we had a selling, sharp selling, but then in the mind we had some view that one day markets might come to test this. So I think this came around this level, I think, which is on the 1st of December 2022 we saw the selling. Now market is coming back to test, market might come back. So that's the level, or that's the theory, market profile that says. Okay, so that's the view for this. Also, I had a view, if you have seen my live videos, we saw that there was a big seller, because the volume was not great, around 3000 contracts, 4000 contracts negative. And then there was a big seller coming in with 1100 contracts, and this is exactly at the level where we had that G3 high. Okay, so what happened is, this seller came, but the price was not going down, because if he is a huge seller, the price should have gone down. But he was not a big seller, and I think the market punished him and market went against him. So that's how you can predict what is happening. And similar pattern we also saw on Thursday. So Thursday and Friday, both the days we saw in consolidation, there were sellers, but they were not able to take the markets down and markets went up. So this is a powerful concept. If anybody would have known last 2 days, they might have made a good amount of money. Now what we see at the closing is there was a big seller in, but there was a kind of a half or more than that buying also at that level. So this selling can be negated, but this level I have drawn for is where market can come back and take a support on 18113. So keep this in mind. Okay, so that's Nifty. Bank Nifty was kind of a sideways since morning, but it is in the bullish territory. So we had a again big move onto this. So I think now the next support would be 42 813. So that should act as a good support, and I think next resistance we can look for is 43 661. From a long term perspective. So maybe a weekly or higher time frame. If you see on the market profile charts, let's look at where is the resistance. So then the next resistance would be around 14 450 and 14 490. So this level should act as a good resistance for the market, and if this is crossed, then we have another single point. And similarly, like what we had in the Nifty, we also had the same pattern into the Bank Nifty. So again market will come back to test this. So this is all theory about market profile. Okay, and if you see today's low also, it was exactly, near to the white line that was made yesterday, and also, the high of a single print. So for this single print, we had one day where we saw selling, second day we saw selling, third day market just closed exactly near to that, and now on on this day we opened gap up, exactly came back, took a support on this level, and then we saw sharp buying. So that's the powerful concept of SPs. Okay, and I think I have shown you earlier as well. Here also, bank nifty took a support exactly at a SP, and we have a sharp up move into the markets. So now the view for market is clear. This 150 should act as a good support for the market. At it is an SP level, and I think if you open a gap up, we might open near 43,472, and at the SP, and the next SP is also a target. So I think looking for a short position only below 42,850, on this level, and I think I'm not currently looking into the bearish moves. So my bias or my view is bullish based on the chart. So we will see if we can reach around 43,800, or let's say 43,700 in the coming weeks if nifty also supports. So that's nifty and bank nifty for you. HDFC Bank, I think it's a kind of a good area now. So if you see also HDFC Bank, when the sharp selling came in HDFC Bank, it also came near to the single print itself. So now this zone would be a good resistance for the HDFC Bank. So until unless this zone is crossed, we are not gonna be very bullish on the HDFC Bank. So we'll wait for the markets, and once this is crossed, maybe then we see all-time high onto HDFC Bank again. And for intraday purpose, I think HDFC Bank has created this single print. So sorry, not single print, but the high volumes. So we need to see if market respects these high volumes and move up. HDFC yesterday we saw sharp selling in the market when like Nifty also. But then if you see near to SP, it took a support and we had a kind of a bullish view. So I think our view is simple. If we sustain about 2785, 2786, we might see 1800, 2800, 2810, which is a high, this recent high that was made on the markets. That's for HDFC for you. SBI, if you have seen my community charts, I can show you again my community page as well. Here also, I was giving you a view that okay, you guys can look for SBI here, and I said, it was kind of a morning, if I am not wrong. Uh, and I said SBI view worked well. Why I said SBI worked view well? Because I think 2 3 days before I have given a buy on SBI around this level. So not a buy, but my view. Okay, I never give a buy or something. I just give you my view. So I told when we were around 520, I told that this G2 high level should be crossed, which is 570. So around 18 rupees into the futures we got into SBI, and then when it is yesterday achieved, then I mentioned that okay, this 478 and 482 zone, be watchful at this zone. So even if you are carrying longs, be watchful. So we carried the longs and we exactly exited at around 478. So if you see in my chat as well, it was 478 and 582, sorry, 578 and 582, and exactly, the high made is 477.90, 478.05. So that level. So now again it has made an HDFC, SBI kind of a bullish. I think if you close above this level, which is 584, we definitely gonna see 600 in the coming days. So that's the SBI for you guys. ICICI Bank, I think kind of a very sideways, but yeah, again, not able to. Sorry, I don't know. ICICI Bank, I lost it. Sorry, guys. GMR, I think if you see the support taken exactly on the single print, market went up, opened up to come back and took a support on the single print. If you see exactly, this is a small stock, right? So I can't show you, but then if you see, this is where we took a support on. Um, L&T, our view was bullish. I think around here when the SP crossed, we were bullish on the L&T, and now we are at a we also made a single print. So here we can look for a support, but I think I'm not trading now. Reliance was our yesterday's peak, and we are good. I think we are looking at 2480 and 25 100 on the upside if market supports. Okay, on the Reliance. So there are levels. I think this is the major resistance for Reliance, but I think we will wait till we come here, but it's too long. But Reliance was kind of looking good. Bajaj Finance, again, if you see, created a very small SP, so I think high chances that it might break, go up, in the upward direction. So first resistance is 63.74, and then we see 66. But I think let's look for 63.75 first, and then we will see how the price reacts to that level. So that's the Bajaj Finance for you. Kotak Bank, our pick, if you remember, we are long into Kotak Bank from this level, which is 1862 or 1865 to be precise. Once this is crossed, so our view was simple. Kotak Bank was taking support on this level multiple times. It broke that, then it came to a support, which is a single print, and it shows that it is bouncing back. And we just entered that time, and we are just carrying our longs. So now for the longs, the stop loss that we have is around say 1917 for our positional trades. So if anybody is into the trade, might can consider this as a trading trailing stop loss onto the Kotak Bank. So I think that's it for now. This is our view for Nifty, Bank Nifty, and other stocks. And I also mentioned, in our video for SBI, it was a very small video. If you want to see it, you can see it. Very small, 35 seconds SBI analysis market short. It was exactly 4 days back, and we are reaching all these levels that we discussed here. So it's just 35 seconds. If you have time, please watch. Anyways, now what is the next? So I think the small cap, mid cap index looking bullish. So there are multiple cash stocks that are working good. If possible, I can come up with that video, but I can't assure you right now. So for Monday, for Tuesday, let's look at the important levels on Nifty and Bank Nifty, and we'll see. So as I always say, be passionate about the markets, learn about the markets. So guys, thanks for watching. Bye bye.